Swapnil, I see you nodding your head to a lot of what Renuka ji was saying. You've also got something up your sleeve, haven't you, in terms of OTT and showcasing more content to the audience, a different, unique content.
So yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Yes, primarily being an actor, I always wanted to, I always used to get this feeling that as an actor, most of us, we don't get to choose our scripts. I always say that the script chooses the actor. That's how I get to choose from the scripts that are offered to me. So the choice is limited or restricted to that extent. And I used to always feel and those choices have a lot of limitations in terms of the reach and the popularity and the commercial viability and so on and so forth. So I always had this thought, how can we break the chicken egg story? How can we break this loop? And I thought that the OTT is a great way forward. So yes, me and a team of like-minded people are coming together with an OTT platform. It's called One OTT.
That's great news.
Yeah. The tagline is Bharat ka apna mobile TV. So we are not even using the term OTT because I feel that OTT is very Netflix and Amazon और गांव खेड़े में रहने वाले को OTT पता नहीं है. अगर आप मेरी दादी को बोलो OTT तो वो शायद OTT वर्ड भी नहीं जानती. तो हम कह रहे हैं कि जैसे टीवी देखते हो ना आप तो आपके मोबाइल पे टीवी दिखेगा. That's how rural or that's how basic or massive we want to take One OTT to. So we are starting with Marathi, and again when I say Marathi, I'm not saying mainstream Marathi. I'm saying Konkani, I'm saying Khandeshi. So we are actually going to the dialects of the particular regional space. So we're going tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 in the commercial aspect of the term. Again, it's a dream that we're all seeing. The viability and the success is a different story. OTT is a long-term game. But yeah, so that is something that we're starting. We will be hard launching in the coming quarter. And I'm looking forward to the entire industry's support. Having said that, One OTT is just one aspect of what I do. I'm primarily an actor by choice and by passion. And I feel there's, yes, a lot of things that Ratna ji said or Renuka ji said. I was nodding because we all agree. Because Ratna ji might be acting and Mansi might be acting in Gujarati films and Renuka ji might be acting in Marathi films and I might be acting in Marathi films. But our DNA is cinema. तो जब हम सिनेमा की बात करते हैं तो हमारा पैशन एक हो जाता है. तो अगर गुजराती फिल्म चलेगी तो शायद हमको उतनी खुशी होगी जितनी मराठी फिल्म चलने पे रत्ना जी को होगी. क्योंकि सिनेमा चलना चाहिए. सिनेमा हैज़ टू वर्क. और अगर गुजराती सिनेमा कोई चीज़ सही कर रही है तो हम चाहेंगे कि हम उसको देखें, उससे सीखें और उसको यहाँ हम कैसे लागू कर पाए कि मराठी सिनेमा उससे फ़ायदे में आए. या अगर मराठी सिनेमा कोई चीज़ बेहतर कर रहा है तो हाउ कैन वी टेक दैट algorithm, try to make it regional to the other regions and apply it there so that हम उन regions के सिनेमा को कैसे बेहतर कर पाए. जैसे hypothetically मैं अभी डिस्कस कर रहा था सौरभ से, सौरभ इज हियर, सौरभ लाइक अ ब्रदर. मैं भी कह रहा था कि हम जैसे मैं सहाय साहब से भी विनती करूँगा और ये मैं ओपन फोरम में इसलिए कह रहा हूँ कि अभी मेरे बात ये दिमाग में आई है कि जैसे हम नेशनल अवार्ड्स करते हैं, अब वक्त आ गया कि OTT का एक वर्टिकल हो उन नेशनल अवार्ड्स में. क्योंकि OTT पे ओरिजिनल कंटेंट बहुत बढ़िया बन रहा है और उसकी सराहना होनी चाहिए. जैसे OTT पे कुछ कंटेंट बन रहा है जिस पे काफ़ी आक्षेप लिया जाता है. एंड अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल रेज आईब्रोज ऑन दैट एंड दैट ऑल्सो नीड्स censorship is too harsh a word, but that needs a kind of a regulation to it. So I think it's a multi-layered problem, but at the base of it is that I would never call it regional cinema. I always maintain that it's Indian cinema. In the Marathi language, Indian cinema in the Gujarati language, and so on and so forth. So I genuinely feel that Indian cinema needs to keep reinventing itself. We've been doing it for 100 years now. And we've shown that we've stood the test of time. And every time people say, ab cinema mar raha hai, ab cinema mar raha hai, ab cinema mar raha hai, cinema sirf bad raha hai. If you see year-on-year growth in terms of numbers, in terms of specifics, in terms of analytics, in any parameter that you put, cinema is growing, cinema घर बढ़ रहे हैं, cinema halls बढ़ रहे हैं, multiplexes की संख्या बढ़ रही है. And I feel entertainment is a basic need of human life. It's like food, shelter, clothing, entertainment. So the forms of entertainment keep changing, but I want to be entertained. Now how I make cinema to be a compulsion in that form is my job as a technician in this field. कि मैं नाटक चूज करूं या मैं सिनेमा चूज करूं, तो मैं क्या करूं कि दर्शक सिनेमा चूज करे, ये मेरा काम या ये मेरी मेहनत. बट आई जेन्युइनली फील
नाटक के लिए थोड़ा सा छोड़
नहीं
देना,
प्लीज, नहीं बिल्कुल बिल्कुल छोड़ दीजिए.
Because हम लोग नाटक के मरने की भी खबर तब से सुन रहे हैं जब से आए थे इस
बट
business में.
मुझे लगता है कि
नाटक
नाटक
तो मर ही
नहीं
रहा है
मरेगा.
बेचारा.
नहीं, मुझे लगता है रत्ना
और
जी,
आप मार ही डालोगे.
नहीं रत्ना जी, मुझे लगता है कि मुझे हमेशा लगता है कि नाटक इज लाइक ब्रीदिंग. आपको करना नहीं पड़ता है, आप जिंदा हो तो इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ योर लाईफ. जैसे आज भी इफ माय मॉम सेज की काय करायचं तर ती म्हणते चल नाटकाला जाऊया.
पैसे तो देने पड़ेंगे ना. हाँ, तो आपका चॉइस अगर मिलेगा कि
eventually
सिनेमा
come to the
या
mini
नाटक,
people.
तो आप सिर्फ सिनेमा चूज करोगे तो हमारा प्रॉब्लम है.
I know, absolutely. I think that's the struggle that we are all going to have now. क्योंकि the same struggle is between cinema and OTT. Same struggle. जहाँ लोग कह रहे हैं कि मैं थिएटर में जाके 2,000 रुपया क्यों खर्च करूँ, मैं OTT पे देख लूँगा ना. तो that is a struggle that's a struggle of
So
choices.
This is exactly what I was saying in terms of viability.
Correct,
How
correct.
do we make all
This
cinema
viable.
viable? Because the kind of ticket rates that we have today and single screens are like nearly dead in
Yeah,
that sense. So you don't have subsidized film viewing, unfortunately. Now, that's what I said.
In fact, the point I want to make, Renuka ji, here is one day, I think the World Cinema Day or something, I think all the theaters slashed prices to 100 rupees.
To 100
and how many
rupees.
people
And
went?
all the shows across all the films, across all the languages were houseful on that day.
Exactly.
Irrespective of कौन सी फिल्म चल रही है और कौन सी फिल्म अच्छी है और कौन सी फिल्म बुरी है, आपने एक दिन टिकट के रेट्स नीचे किए तो a lot of people are going to give me galis later, distributor and all that, but I think it's a multi-layered problem. Creative aspect of the problem is just one aspect of it. It's a multi-layered problem. A lot of agencies will need to coexist and sit together, and I think Sahai Sahab can really help us and mentor us and guide us in the process. But I think it's a multi-layered problem. The crux of the matter is that OTT is the future. OTT is going to play a very, very important role in entertaining people. But having said that, theater or TV or cinema is going nowhere. It is only going to be consumed across the bandwidth, and audiences across the bandwidth are going to consume all these forms of entertainment. The degree of that form might keep changing and varying, but these are all essentials of entertainment in India, and they're all here to stay.
That was incredible. I just have one question that I want to also ask. Is that, now that we're also working on different scripts and we're figuring out what next projects to do, of course, because it's Gujarati, then it's already like you dealing with the limited audience. On top of that, this whole thing that you said about how to get people to the theaters. So now even if the script is very good, the first question we ask is, will this be a theatrical or should this be an OTT? So automatically, the brain is now, we're figuring out, because financially, then how does it work? Because if it's a great script, but it's a choti story, ye OTT pe chal jayegi, ye theatrical experience nahi hai. So that's another, aspect that's added to the already different
But Mansi, my
aspects of
perspective to that is the
filmmaking.
whole idea of making cinema is a risk.
True.
The whole idea कि चलो फिल्म बनाते हैं, अपने आप में एक एक्साइटमेंट है. कोई भी आज तक जितना मुझे पता है, कोई भी मेकर, चाहे प्रोड्यूसर हो, चाहे एक्टर हो, चाहे डायरेक्टर हो, आपको लिख के नहीं दे सकता कि पिक्चर चलेगी. बिकॉज nobody sets out to make a bad project. कोई ये कहता ही नहीं ना कि चलो एक मीडियोकर फिल्म बनाते हैं. हर किसी को मोगले आजम बनानी है और अपने दिमाग में वो मोगले आजम बना ही रहे हैं. So I think our job is to just keep being at it. And we will need risk takers, which is where the money people actually come in. We will need the risk takers. We'll need somebody to take that leap